Today's video is going to be instructions on how to send me the photographs for the interior of your manuscript. So this is stage 4 of putting together your memoir. First, we had the interviews, then I wrote the manuscript, then we collaborated on edits and you approved the final draft. And now you're going to send me the photographs to go on the interior. Depending on which package you purchased, you have either 20 or 30 photographs, and I do need you to stick to that number. And you're going to select photographs which best illustrate the story. So if you are talking about growing up in a certain time and place in chapter 1, then you're going to look for photographs that illustrate that. If there was a special event or a trip or anything like that that you talk about in your memoir, you're going to try and find photographs that go with that part of the story. All right, so obviously the photographs that are not digital need to get scanned, and we need to go over how those get sent to me. So I'm just going to do a share screen here. Okay, so this is for if you go to a print shop. If you're taking the photographs to a photography shop or a print shop like Staples, the first thing you need to tell them is to only put one photograph in the scanner at a time. Please tell them to line it up with the edge, especially if it's Staples. And what you're going to do before you give them the photographs is you're going to take a pencil and just lightly on the back of each photograph, I want you to write the name of the photograph, so that and you tell the guy behind the desk, I want you to save this photograph under this name. So if he's scanning this photograph, this is going to be face down on the scanner, and he's going to see this on the back. So when he goes to save it, he needs to save it as, this says DR, like Dominican Republic, .95, like 1995, and then I put .png. So you do need to tell him, especially if you're going to Staples, you do need to tell them that you want it saved as a .png or a .jpeg file. Otherwise, I have had cases where they just photocopy it, so you need to tell them that. And if they ask you which one you prefer, I prefer .png. Okay, so that's if you go to a photography store and then you're going to email them to me again, not as a zip. Tell them you don't want it as a zip, you just want it as individual attachments. Okay, let me do, if you're doing this at home. So if you're scanning your photographs at home, again, you need to just make sure that you only scan one photograph at a time. Okay, and this is what you need to do. So you're going to take the photograph, you make sure that it is lined up to the corner of the scanner, so it's straight at the top and the sides. There should be like a little arrow and 2 little lines to guide you in terms of which corner to put it. And just make sure you don't go over, there's like a little white border. Don't put the photograph past those lines because then it will cut off that part of the photograph. Okay, so you put it on the photograph, on the scanner, and then you put a piece of paper over top of it. So if you have Post-its, that's the easiest thing rather than writing on each piece of paper. So just write a Post-it letting me know what that is a photograph of. So here on this Post-it, it says family vacation to Dominican Republic, 1995. Okay, so that way I know what that photograph is, and you'll see why that's important in a second. Okay, so after that, you're going to have, after you scanned all of your photographs, I'm going to send you a chart to fill out, and it's going to be in Google Docs, the same format as your manuscript was. So you can just fill it in. So then you're going to tell me which photographs you want for each chapter. So if you want chapter 1, you're going to fill in the title and then the pictures that you want in that chapter, and then you're going to continue for each chapter after that. Chapter 2, title, and the photographs you want in there. And then the final thing is that you're going to need to send me one photograph for the cover. So that needs to be a picture of you, or you with your partner, or you with some family members, whatever you think would suit the story, and that's what I'm going to use for the cover. Okay, I think that's it for today. Please let me know if you have any questions, and thank you so much for listening.